Hello, everybody. I am SST Showstopper, and today is the 4th of March 2024. It's bright, it's beautiful. I'm having natural sunlight coming in, and so I am very, very perky. Yeah, getting my vitamin D on. So I know yesterday I uploaded a video and I was speaking on the teenager who lost her life in a gun attack by Simile X, according to the report. And I was a bit emotional about it because it touched my heart. It touched my heart dearly. And looking into the situation, as I said before, it's never an easy matter for anyone to fathom, whoever are involved, whether it be the parents, friends, classmates, all these type of people. You know, when situations like this arise, especially when you are getting information about the life of the teen, it touches you emotionally. And also the teen from Montego Bay, who it's reported, according to the father, that she took her life. I mean, it is one sad news after the other. And, you know, it didn't sit well with my spirit. And so I got emotional about it and stuff like that. Now, let me say this. There are lots of persons out there who are coming at the parents and are attacking them. And you have to be mindful of the aspersion that you're casting on people. You have to be mindful because we're going by something that is being said by the street. It is not said by the parent. It is not said by a family member who is close to the parent. People will say things. You don't know if these allegations are true. And because of such, I'm certainly not going to cast any aspersion. I'm certainly not going to hold them to the fire. I'm certainly not going to accuse the parent. Neither am I going to accuse the Tara, the late Tara. I'm certainly not going to accuse her because I don't know the fine details. Everybody's going by what is being said in the street. And I spoke about Popeye News. I know you are catering to people in the diaspora who claim that they want law and order, they want a peaceful Jamaica, but they get up every day from their neck of the woods and, you know, they want their daily dose of pain, suffering, death, destruction, crime report all day, every day in Jamaica. And you know, they go into seeming like what looks like hyperventilation if they don't get that quick report. And so I know you cater for them and you want to give out that report as soon as possible, or the early edition. But Popeye News Link, once more, please be careful of how you're putting out information, because time and time again, we have seen wherein you have made a report about a particular crime or about a particular incident, and in less than 24 hours, you have to go and retract. You have to go and correct, recant your statement. You have to be doing these things because the report that you give is simply not accurate. So we know that you're catering for a bunch of people who, you know, are vampires. Basically, they're hunting for blood. They want to hear that this person died, who died today in Jamaica, who was killed today. They don't care about crime being dwindled, crime being suppressed, crime being reduced, crime being diminished or lessened in Jamaica. They don't care about that. They say it, but they don't care. All they care about is a report on it because it feeds them. They get that gratification inside them. You understand? It's like a sensation, or it's a sensation for them. You understand me? And it's like a release. They get that urge. They get that relief. So they want to hear the death. They want to hear the pain and suffering every day. So they tune into every single crime news channel on YouTube, or all these vloggers on YouTube who report on crime, who report on violence, who report on these senseless, heinous killing. But these are the same people who claim that they want a change and they want this and they want that in Jamaica. And why can't Jamaica better? And they're not coming back because of the crime. Yet they sit and they cater only for it, or only pure persons who are reporting on it. Hence the reason, in a very short period of time, these persons can accumulate 100,000 subscribers, 100,000 plus views, because that's what the person's main people in the diaspora, that's what they cater for. They cater for crime and violence. They like it. And so when it is being reported, they don't care who is on the bad end, who is the sacrificial lamb. They don't care who died. They only say that they do, but they really don't. And because of such, you know, the vloggers are running to get the early edition. And because of that, they report on things and it's often an error. So I'm just asking Popeye News kindly, you understand, please just take a moment to get the facts out there and instead of just jumping to make an early edition in the report. And for those who are casting aspersion on people, in particular the parents, without knowing the fine details, listen, there are so many persons out there in Jamaica in the home that need help. There are so many families out there who need additional assistance. Are you guys helping them? Did you guys offer any assistance? Put the situation with Tara aside. There are so many other homes out there in Jamaica where persons need assistance, whether it be financial assistance, emotional assistance. You understand? Are you guys offering any help? It's quick to pass judgment, It's quick to type anything because it gives you that freedom, that liberty that you're looking for. So it's easy to point fingers at people and say that they're this and they're that. But my question to you, who have you helped? Who have you assisted? Did you offer any form of assistance in any way to any family out there and they refuse it? I think not. I can answer that for you. I think not. But it's easy to sit aside and say that, okay, the parent is this, the parent is that. How many young mothers out there and fathers out there are you guys assisting in any way? How many? How many can you safely say throughout your time that you have assisted or you have rendered assistance to and they didn't accept it or they refuse it or whatever the case may be? How many? I don't know of any of that report being made that there are so much persons out there with a heart of gold who are hunting to find families who need the assistance one way or the other, and they simply refuse it. You understand? So you have to be careful of the aspersion that you're casting on people. It's not nice. And I'm sure the family is grieving right now and they are going through a lot. You were never in their home. So for all the persons all over social media who are saying all these things about the parents and about the grandmother and all these kind of things, I think you guys need to back off a little bit. I think you guys need to back off. The teenager is here and the teenager, is no longer here. She also cannot defend herself. So for those who are casting aspersion on her also, I think that you guys need to be careful. A lot of you are mothers, a lot of you are fathers, a lot of you are parents. And might I add that you can raise your child the best way possible. You can be able to afford them the finer things in life. You will never be able to predict the outcome of your child. There is not one parent out there who can determine the future of their child based on what they are giving them. You can assume, you understand? You can assume or you can hope for the best based on the tools that you gave them and based on what you have provided them with. But you can never predict the outcome of your child. I'll tell you what, there are two stories I want to bring to you. I remember there was a case of a woman who was suing another woman because she had a son and the son was a teenager. He was an underage guy, teenager, and he had a tendency of sneaking in or breaking into a woman's home and stealing their underwear. Now here lies this woman who decided to bring the mother to court, and she was suing her because the son broke into her home and stole quite a few underwear and they were, expensive and stuff like that. And she's suing the mother. Now when we listen to the mother's story, the mother was saying that she took the child to counseling, therapy. She took him to some sort of camp, religious camp out there to help him and stuff like that. And nothing worked. He was back doing the same old perverted behavior. And when the judge looked into the situation and examined it, the judge said to the plaintiff, Miss, I would really love to award you the money. I would really love the mother to compensate you. But unfortunately, I cannot do so because the evidence is there to prove that this mother went above and beyond to get her son the help he needed. She proved that she was doing all that she could. She had exhausted all options to assist her son with the help that he needed. And she simply, I don't want to get emotional. And she simply could not save him. And because of such, he was back to the old perverted habit. And because of that, the judge simply could not award the plaintiff the money. These things do happen. A mother went above and beyond to get her son the help he needed, but she could not do it. She could not do it. And I know that's not a good feeling for a mother. The embarrassment, the humiliation that she has to face. She tried. Now, are you going to label her and say that she failed? Are you going to label her and say that she's a bad mother? She failed. I can't say that. It would be very, very unkind and disingenuous for me to come out and say something like that about the mother. It would be very unkind for me to say something like that when the evidence is proving that the woman went above and beyond to assist her son. He simply could not change. It was beyond her and beyond all those who tried to assist. There's also another story. I think I've spoke about this story before on one of my other videos. There was this mother. It happened in the United States, an African-American mother. She had a daughter and she kept running away from the home. Now, people were saying that, oh, yeah, she's a bad mother and this and that. She stole her mother's car at one point where mother had to use it to drive to work. She stole her mother's car. She went out for a couple of days, didn't show up, nothing at all. You don't know if she's dead. You don't know if she's in an accident, if something bad happened to her, if she's in jail or whatever the case may be. Mother could not hear from her. She suddenly showed up one day. When she showed up, the mother scolded her and talked to her. You know what she did? She ran away again because she didn't want to listen. She didn't want to herald what her mother said. You understand? She wasn't interested in that. She ran away again. And a few days later, they found her body on a bridge, on a highway. That's in the United States, that is. The mother came because it went viral on Facebook. The mother came and said that she tried to talk to her daughter and she could not help her. Let it be a learning lesson for all the other teenagers out there. When the parents are talking to you and they're trying their best to assist you and you see that they are trying, you have to try to work with them. She tried to save her daughter. She could not save her. It was beyond her. She put it to God. You understand? And these are things that happen. My point is that you can raise your child the best way possible. You can afford them the nice things in life and they still decide to go left instead of right. So at all times you can automatically cast aspersion on the parent. And a lot of persons who do these kind of things are parents themselves. A lot of them refuse to accept that they themselves were very problematic when they were children or teenager. A lot of times the society doesn't want to accept where they went wrong. In many cases, yes, teenagers, they are abused. Children are abused. We know that. We've seen the reports I've seen the reports at CDA. You understand me? I've seen these reports. I've heard stories. So we know that there are children who are being abused in home. And that's the reason I implore that they can make children, that is, they can report it. Not because you are a child, you still have a voice. You can report it to a teacher. You can report it to a guidance counselor, even the principal. If you are not confident in these persons, they are police. You can see a police on the road and stop and speak to the police officer. They can refer you to a female. If you're not confident in a male, they can refer you to a female. These are situations. There are help out there for you. If you are a child or a teenager and you feel like as if that you are being abused, they are going to call the parent in and they are going to talk to them to see how best the issue can be resolved or how best you can improve all the things that are ills in the relationship between parents or parent and child or children. There is help out there. Every home have their issues, every home, and we may not be able, or the public may not be able, or those in position or authority to deal with it may not be able to solve every single one. But whenever it is that it arises and you feel there is someone else that you can talk to, go right ahead. And it's best you speak to someone who is an authoritative figure, such as someone in a position like a teacher, a principal, a guidance counselor, law enforcement officer, a minister of religion or gospel, a well-noted one, well-respectful one at that, rather than the neighbor and because they're going to cater to gossip. You understand me? And make it a 9-day talk, and then the entire community knows your business, of which you would want to avoid. So this is for parents and this is also for children out there. So I'm certainly not going to cast any aspersion on this female, the teenager. I'm not going to cast any aspersion on the parent, you understand? Because there are signs that children will try to talk to you and it's to no avail. And it also shows there evidence out there that parents who will go above and beyond to assist their children when they're acting out, when they have behavioral problem, and it is to no avail. Sometimes a child, I spoke about this in the TI video that I did with his son, And sometimes a child, there are times when they don't want to hear it from the parent. Children develop familiar spirit at times. And so they will think that their parent is their equal. So they can say and do because they know mommy and daddy is not going to spank them, or they're not going to reprimand them all day, every day, because they're overwhelmed by their personal issues, whether it be at work, whether it be finance, whether it be other things that they're going through. And so they won't be able to assess or address every single misbehaving deed that the child has done. So eventually, over time, a lot of children will develop familiar spirit with their parents, where they believe that they can say and do anything and get away with it. And so that's why I'm advising a lot of parents out there is that there are other persons you can talk to. They're not going to automatically snatch your child away from you and say, oh yes, she's bad behavior, let's throw her to jail or take her to a girl. No, it's not like that. They will sit and they will talk to you and they will try to assess the situation. So please, public, for those out there in the public, I'm just asking you kindly, the family is going through a lot at this time. They are going through a lot. The mother haven't come out yet, I guess, and speak her side of the story or whatever it is. And neither have the stepfather, neither have the aunt or the grandmother. She only gave a report as to, the situation and what led her to getting a job. But other than that, they haven't spoken in fine detail. And because of such, it would be very unfair for me to come out and judge the mother and come out and attack her and all of these things, or attack the stepfather or the aunt or those who are involved as family members. You understand me? She is past and gone. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. But for those out there who are quick to judge, who are quick to say this and say that, I'm asking you, find a family out there who may need some assistance. There might be more than one child in the home, could be children there also, and they need assistance some way, whether it be financially, whether it be emotionally. See how best you can able before you jump and come online and quick to type any and anything about people without knowing the fine details. See if you can find a family out there that you can render some sort of support. Each one help one, and it's okay. It's okay. We know that, you don't want to pry in people's business, or you don't want people to judge you or disrespect you. I get that. But before you jump to criticize, to ostracize, to cast aspersion, see if you can extend the hand of kindness to a neighbor, to a friend, to a family member who may need the help some way, somehow, and not run with the narrative that, oh, she have a man, we are man, a man, and she are there with man and the man and this. And listen, we are above that. We are way past that right now. I think we are way past that. And I give the Jamaican people more credit than that. I'm going to give you guys more credit than that you are more than just judgmental people. I'm going to give you the benefit that you guys are more than just judgmental people. They are good inside Jamaican people. So if you can find persons out there who you can render some assistance to, it would be good. It would be very, very good. That's all I have to say about this particular situation. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day and may God bless you. Bye-bye.